Pope Francis removes 3 cardinals from his informal cabinet as the group concludes its latest meeting at the Vatican. Cardinals George Pell of Australia, Javier Errázuriz of Chile, and Laurent Monsengwo Passinha of Democratic Republic of Congo will no longer sit on the council. Pell and Errázuriz are implicated in the sex abuse and cover-up scandal. The Holy Father thanked them all for their 5 years of service. Vatican Correspondent Juliet Linley joins us from Rome. Juliet, let's start with Cardinal Pell in Australia. We are hearing media reports that a verdict has been reached in the sex abuse trial of Cardinal George Pell. He is the highest-ranked Vatican official to be charged with sex abuse, and that news is still under legal embargo by the Australian courts. Tell us what the Vatican is saying.
Well, Lauren, the Vatican made no mention of the accusations against Pell in explaining his departure, and the Holy See says that it has the utmost respect for the Australian judiciary and would make no further comment. Now, there is a gag order on this trial. To be clear, there is no confirmation of a verdict. Pell took leave from his job as the Vatican's prefect for the economy to stand trial in the summer of 2017 in Australia on historic charges of sex abuse. He denies those charges. So while rumors are swirling, Lauren, we need to await the official statement from the Australian courts.
Absolutely. As for Cardinal Pell and the other 2 cardinals who are being dropped from the Council of Cardinals, it's really not a surprise because their participation in the group's meetings has been very limited recently. Is there any indication from the Vatican if and when they will be replaced? Otherwise, the C9, as it's called, will be the C6.
Well, Lauren, the director of the Holy See press office, Greg Burke, gave reporters no indication this morning. He said no new nominations are foreseen for the moment, especially as the current members are finishing their work on the massive overhaul of the Roman Curia, which is the central government of the Church. Now, just a reminder that Pope Francis created the Group of 9 in 2013 specifically to help him reform the Vatican. And as you say, it's not a surprise change has come. Cardinal Pell is dealing with his sex abuse trial in Australia. Cardinal Errázuriz is embroiled in the abuse crisis in Chile. And Cardinal Laurent Monsengwo is in poor health, as we know, Lauren.
Which cardinals were there out of the 9? And tell us the key topics of discussion.
So Cardinals Oscar Rodriguez Maradiaga of Honduras, Sean O'Malley of Boston, Reinhard Marx of Germany, Giuseppe Bertello of Italy, and Oswald Gracious of India. They all attended, and Vatican Secretary of State Cardinal Pietro Parolin was not present. But the Vatican says the cardinals discussed the Clergy Abuse Summit that's coming up in February, and Cardinal Gracious is on the organizing committee of that meeting and may have shared his vision for reform within the group. Now, they also talked about the ongoing slashing of operating costs within the Roman Curia, the Church's central government. Rather than letting any employees go, Lauren, it's more that early retirements, employee reshuffles, and hiring freezings are being implemented.
By attrition, right. Juliet Linley, EWTN News Nightly Vatican correspondent, thank you for your report.
Thank you, Lauren.